What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I hope you're having a beautiful one out there. Let's go ahead and move on into the next song, Michelle. Sorry, I just stuttered. We're moving on to Rubber Soul. Almost said Rubber Band Soul to the next song, Michelle, because that's what we're doing. You know, I can't think of anyone in my life that is named Michelle. Actually, can't think of anyone. Anyways, I was trying to relate. Anyways, let's listen to the song. We'll talk about it. Can you imagine if this is your first time watching this channel and watching this video and you're like, this guy is not even like, he's not here with it. Here we go. Ooh, a little chanson. Love that note. I need to make you. I want you, I want you, I want you. The only words I know that you. What a gorgeously played piece of music. I love the aspect of how the song, of course, starts at a certain pace, and by the end, it has slowed down, not quite to a crawl, but there's a noticeable slowdown in the rhythm, which I thought was really interesting. I want to listen to it again because I would love to see if it slows down almost like the whole way through, but I think it more slows down in the back half of the song, and then it just begins to kind of, you know, go to like a little bit of crawl. The steam is removed and the coal is removed, and it's just left to drift to its, of course, finality there. McCartney, obviously lovely singing in general, but I have to acknowledge that higher note that he gets into. It's absolutely beautiful. It cuts through like diamonds on glass. I think it's just so clear. It's so passionately sung. And for a song like this, which is very soft, and plodding has a negative connotation, but it just kind of plods and treads along at a steady pace. I just love that way that he sings that final note as it just rings out so clearly. The guitar playing is very beautiful. I love the little bits of French in here. It sounds like it's a chanson of sorts. And I love the line where he says, I'll say the only words I know you'll understand. And then, of course, the chorus he sings in French, which is really beautiful. And then that little guitar solo in there just to put a little something in there, repeating some of the melody that he was singing before, but also doing its own thing. It's a brief solo, but it hits the sweet spot in what it's doing. I think that this was just a very lovely song. Beautiful romantic song. That's it. Let's dive into the lyrics and such. Oh, Michelle, ma belle. These are the words that go together well. And I like how, you know, in the singing, like the way he sings it, of course, you know, he sings Michelle, my belle. These are the words that go together. And it would, like in typical writing, that line would end right here, but he extends it just a little bit and adds in the well, like obviously to make the rhyme scheme go along with it, but almost to kind of give it a little bit of a run-on feel. And then he repeats, of course, and says, my Michelle. And he says, excuse my French, sont les mots qui vont très bien ensemble. Très bien ensemble. So, what does that mean? I believe it's good together, the end, or we're good together, or something like that. Let's find out, huh? Are words that go together. Okay, so I was wrong. Well, I got the together thing. Okay, so I like how he just repeats it in French. So, like he says, that you'll understand. I'm assuming that the Michelle he's singing about possibly has real life relations and connotations, and he actually knows someone named Michelle, perhaps from France. I love you, I love you, I love you. That's all I want to say. Until I find a way, I will say the only words I know you'll understand. And of course, he repeats the chorus. So the lyrics, they're very straightforward. You know, there's not much, you know, depth to go into the lyrics with. And yet at the same time, there is a simplicity. Let me reverse my words. There's a charm in the simplicity and the approach of it. Let's dive into these lyrics here. Says the song was released as a single in some European countries and in New Zealand and on an EP in France. It was a #1 hit for the Beatles in Belgium, France, Norway, the Netherlands, and New Zealand as well. And it says that it won a Grammy Award for Song of the Year in '67 and has since become one of the most widely recorded of the Beatles songs. It says Michelle was a tune that I'd written in Chet Atkins' finger-picking style, of course, spoken by McCartney. There is a song he did called Trombone, with a repetitive top line, and he played a bass line while playing the melody. This was an innovation for us. Even though classical guitarists had played it, no rock and roll guitarists had played it. The first person we knew to use this style was Chet Atkins. I never learned it. But based on that song, I wanted to write something with a melody and a bass line in it, so I did it. And of course, that's what provides that kind of light bounciness between everything there. Let's see if there's any real... I want to know, like, the information. Like, is this based off a real person? Origins, Papa... McCartney had gone to a party of art students, where a student with a goatee and a striped t-shirt was singing a French song. He soon wrote a farcical imitation to entertain his friends that involved French-sounding groaning instead of real words. The song remained a party piece until 1965, when Lennon suggested he rework it into a proper song. And obviously there's more information here. McCartney said, "It was because I'd always thought that the song sounded French that I stuck with it. I can't speak French properly, so that's why I needed help in sorting out the actual words." I want to know if there's a real-life Michelle. That's what I'm looking for. I don't see anything. At least in here. Nothing in here about a real-life Michelle or not. Regardless, here's all your chart information, in which it hit #1, as we mentioned, in a lot of places, and 3 in Austria and 6 in West Germany at the time, of course, and Denmark. Beautiful song, little bit of charm in it. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. You can follow me over on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed your stay. Come back tomorrow, and I'll see you all then.